realize what escapes your eye.
मामा जी से इस बार जरूर मिलके आइए।
ये नया बॉस भी ना हर हफ्ते मुझे दिल्ली भेज देता है।
Mr. Malhotra has to regularly fly out of town on official work. Using video conferencing instead of taking a flight means saving on money, time, personal energy and health. Also reducing an individual's carbon footprint. Because 1 hour of video conferencing generates less greenhouse gases than one person flying just 10 kilometers. The Indian government is committed to reducing fuel consumption and encouraging more efficient, less carbon-emitting CNG-driven vehicles. In Delhi, CNG public transport vehicles are now mandatory.
Delhi government has taken a lot of efforts, initiative to bring this fuel into the capital.
As a direct result, carbon emissions in Delhi have dropped and it is a less polluted city.
इंजन में कोई खास फर्क नहीं इसका, तो सेम ही है, मेंटेनेंस भी जो ज़्यादा नहीं पड़ती। 10 साल में एक बार ओवरऑल कराया इंजन हमने बस, इससे ज़्यादा कोई मेंटेनेंस नहीं पड़ती।
Most economical, I would put it, and the future fuel only, and that will turn our capital, our surrounding, and the country, if we put in more efforts, greener, pollution-free.
In Delhi in October 2008, the Ministry of Science and Technology developed and launched a pedal-operated and motor-assisted zero-carbon-emitting urban transport vehicle called Solexa.
This Solexa is a solar battery-operated rickshaw. For full charging, it requires between 6 to 8 hours time. And once it is full charged, then it can work up to 5 hours time. So after that, what we have the facility that they can come back to that battery charging station and immediately we can replace it with a charged battery one.
We actually create a new green transportation, which is very efficient. Now it is up to the policymakers, financial institution to take this innovation to populate large number to create green transportation, which will be also very human.
But the government cannot fight this battle to reduce transport emissions on its own. We have to help. We have to do it ourselves. Mr. Malhotra's office is 20 kilometers from home. This means he has a daily commute of 40 kilometers. If he carpooled just 3 days a week, he'd drive 120 kilometers less, or 480 kilometers less in a month, or 5,760 kilometers less in a year. In fact, Mr. Malhotra could avoid up to 1,900 kilograms of carbon dioxide emissions and save nearly 30,000 rupees per year just by carpooling. Sending the children to school by bus produces a significantly low amount of emissions, only 0.09 kilograms per kilometer per person. And it's fun for the kids too. By carpooling, sending their children to school by the school bus and by video conferencing at work, the Malhotra family has reduced its carbon footprint by nearly 33%. Like the Malhotras, if every Indian saves just 2% fuel, India will save 7,000 crore rupees on fuel imports every year.
If these are successful, all these efforts, I think together they will make a huge difference.
You, your family, I, my family, single-handedly at home, together as a community, have to contribute towards reducing our carbon footprint.
We should consume less. We need to ensure that we use resources very sparsely and very effectively.
If we reduce consumption and waste, it will directly and immediately affect and impact the carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere.
Definitely we can reduce our CO2 emission. If we don't do that, there is no future for this planet.
The globe is warning us.
Oh my God.
Every drop of water saved, every liter of petrol not wasted, every bulb changed, every piece of paper not wasted. We reduce the toll we take on the planet.
It's a great satisfaction that we are part of the great moment.
While corporations struggle to reduce their carbon emissions, while the government strives to clean up the country, it is time for you and me to actively reduce our carbon emissions from today.
We can make carbon footprint into a carbon fingerprint.
The problems exist. The problem is you and I. But it's not too late to make a difference, because the solutions exist. The solution is also you and I, and the time to act is now. If every Indian saves just 2% of fuel by driving at 50 kilometers an hour and switching off the engine at traffic signals, India will save rupees 7,000 crores on fuel import every year. As responsible citizens, we need to save fuel and save money.